organization is that we believe that the woman should be empowered to make her own choice and have the resources and tools to figure out if it's right for her. So we would actually never say to somebody, nope, sorry, you don't fit the entrepreneurship criteria. That said, we actually have an entrepreneurial assessment that someone does when they come to us. Well, everyone, all 3,000 women last year did their own entrepreneurial assessment to figure out, and they ranked themselves on a scale for, a ton of questions. Everything from the entrepreneurial aptitude kind of things, like are you a risk taker, all kinds of things like that, to, do you have some supports? Have you ever worked in this industry? Like you want to start a bakery, but you've never worked in a bakery, and they self-assess at that point. And we will encourage them they create a plan to go out and address those things if in fact they need to address them, or can self-select that maybe starting a business isn't something that they're really ready for, and then we refer them to other nonprofits.
Yeah, so we actually partnered with San Jose State and their anthropology department and did a study of psychographic characteristics of our successful clients and trying to figure out exactly what your question was. Are there things other than the numbers and the demographics of people that determine whether they're not only good entrepreneurs but good fits with us as a program? And we found out a couple of really interesting things. I think that two of them that I point out today, one of them is, I think the most important characteristic that we now have really embedded into even our underwriting is a willingness to learn. And it's kind of, we all know it. It's one of, I think, one of the core features of being a good entrepreneur is being able to learn and being willing to learn. And not everyone who applies for a loan, not everyone who has this concept of building a business is there. So that's one thing. Another one that on the other end we thought would be really important is family support. So having, again, a support network around you. It was really interesting for us because we found in our successful clients it really varied across the board, and having a family support around them actually did not help them be more successful in their business, nor did it help them be more successful working with us. We actually had examples of clients that said, no, my father was actually against this and he stopped talking to me for 6 months when I decided to form this business. And part of that is cultural. I think, again, if we serve a large percentage of women, as an example, a lot of times there are other male figures in their families that will not support entrepreneurship. So we figured out that that really wasn't as important of a characteristic. But I think that we definitely also don't just say, okay, no, you're not for us, go away. The whole point is you're either guiding them towards a better direction of here's another resource to go to, here's a business planning organization, here's a credit counseling organization, or you're giving them some specifics to work on themselves. Okay, so it looks like you have an outstanding tax lien on your credit. Why don't you try going to your county recorder's office, getting the information for that, and understanding what your options are to pay it or not. Right? So at that point in time, we're not going to give them a loan, but they're at least headed in the right direction so they can come back to us later.
I know we are running short on time, so in addition to what they actually already mentioned, I wanted to say that for EARN, in terms of the psychographics, what we find is people who are, holding down a full-time job, are probably single mothers, and are pursuing an education, are really driven people, and those people tend to do very well in our program. In addition, we have found that clients that are referred to us from partner organizations that really focus on financial services and asset building tend to be very successful clients as well.